observed. To comfort the nation, allow me to turn to the book of Job, chapter 19, as I read from verse 23 to verse number 27. It reads, "Oh, that my words were now written. Oh, for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh I shall see God, whom I shall see for myself. Mine eyes shall behold and not another, though my reins be consumed within me." As a nation, we can be comforted by knowing three things that the brigadier knew and that Job also knew. These three things they had in common. Number one, that there is a living Redeemer, and that his name is Jesus. Number two, that Redeemer is coming again, that the Lord himself will come from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, with the trump of God. The dead in Christ shall rise. Number three, that the resurrection is certain, that those who are dead shall rise again when Jesus, the Redeemer, shall come. Then we will get a chance to say thank you to so many who we did not get a chance to say thank you for their sacrifices and their commitment to the nation of Zimbabwe. Let us pray.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa and Amai, Honorable Vice President General Retired Comrade C.G.D.N. Chiwenga and Amai, Honorable Vice President Colonel Retired Comrade K.C.D. Mohadi. All protocol observed. As the late Brigadier General was a hero to the nation of Zimbabwe, he was a hero to his wife, his children, his family, and the communities that surrounded him. As a great champion of education to his family, my brother's education journey started at Katsenga Primary School in 1965. He then went to Tsikada Primary for grade 6 and 7. He proceeded to St. Augustine Secondary School for his secondary education before joining the liberation struggle in 1975. He came back from the struggle and started his family. He is survived by 8 children, 5 girls, 3 boys. He is a grandfather to 14 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. To his girls, he was a fierce protector, motivator, and encourager. He wanted his daughters to be independent and productive members of society. To his sons, he was a mentor and exemplary leader. He wanted them to be men of valor. He instilled his children great work ethic and groomed them all to be citizens of integrity. His children are now business owners, civil servants, doctors, and farmers. Together with his amazing wife, Miriam, they've indeed raised productive citizens. To his family at large, my brother was a hero. He loved his family dearly. He was a unifier, and he wanted to take care of everyone. He took care of his parents and the rest of the family. He would do his best to make sure that every member of the family gets a chance to go to school. Together with his wife, they have anchored this family, opened doors to everyone in need, and offered advice when solicited. We are forever grateful for the legacy of oneness he has left us. We will not disappoint because we have witnessed what love for family can accomplish. And we well equipped to continue taking care of others as he took care of us all. My brother, a friend and a father to those privileged to know him, he created time, even in his ailing state, to encourage and advise people around him in his home village. He extended the same privilege to his community. During his leave days, he would visit the local school to give counsel and provide assistance. He would attend prize-giving days, donate books, computers, and paid school fees for students who could not afford but were talented. What a life well lived. What a legacy gifted to us. And what an existence. Thank you, my brother, for making our world a better place. We are a better people because of your existence. Thank you for creating unforgettable character, always loved, always remembered, always cherished. To His Excellency, the President, E.D. Mnangagwa, please receive our heartfelt gratitude for granting this great honor to our family hero. It has been an honor and a privilege to share him with the nation that he loved so much. Asi ndisati ndapedza ndinoda kuti to the ruling party as a family tagara tiriko ticharamba tiriko mazvita zvenyu. Thank you, siyabonga.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the First Lady, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, the Honorable Vice President, General Retired Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga, the Honorable Vice President, Colonel Retired Comrade K.C.D. Mohadi, the Minister of Defense and National Chairman of the ruling party ZANU-PF, Comrade OCZ Muchinguri Kashiri, Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Advocate J.F.N. Mudenda, the President of the Senate, Honorable Senator M.M. Chinomona, the Chief Justice, Honorable Luke Marawa, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare, Honorable Senator Charles Tawengwa, other cabinet ministers here present, deputy ministers here present, members of the Politburo and Central Committee here present, the Chief Secretary in the Office of the President and Cabinet, Dr. M. Rushkwaya, the Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. V. Hungwe, the Commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General P.V. Sibanda, Deputy Chief Secretaries here present, Service Chiefs, and Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, veterans of the liberation struggle, and our traditional chiefs. His Worship, the Mayor of the City of Harare, Councillor Jacob Mafume, bereaved members of the Mutsvunguma family, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. Your Excellency, we are gathered here to lay to rest another son of the soil, Brigadier General Retired Romeo Daniel Mutsvunguma, known by his Chimburenga name as Comrade Mapfumo Moyo. He was a dedicated army cadre whose exploits surpassed the test of time. The late national hero served diligently during the liberation struggle which ushered the independence of our great nation, Zimbabwe. His patriotism for this country cascaded into the independent Zimbabwe, where he continued to defend the national territorial integrity of the country by his active participation in national security through the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. It is now my singular honor and privilege to call upon you, Your Excellency,
the bereaved Mutsvunguma family, the First Lady Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa, the Vice President and Second Secretary of ZANU-PF, Honorable General Retired Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga, the Vice President, Second Secretary of ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, Chairman of ZANU-PF and the Minister of Defense, Honorable OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Advocate Jeff N. Mudenda, President of the Senate, Honorable Meb Chinomona, the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Luke Malava, Cabinet Ministers who are here, members of the Politburo and Central Committee of the party, other leaders of political parties who may be here, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Rushwaya, Chairman of the Public Service Commission, Dr. Vincent Ungwe, as represented, President of the National Chiefs Council, Chief Muchana Kumalo, Nawama Zimambedu Wangadai Pano, the Mayor of the City of Harare, His Worship Councillor J. Mafume, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Commander Defense Forces General P.V. Sibanda, service chiefs, veterans of the liberation struggle, senior government officials, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. On 19 June 2024, the nation was robbed of yet another gallant son of Zimbabwe, a distinguished patriot, veteran of our liberation struggle, and a long-serving general officer in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, the late Brigadier General Retired Romeo Daniel Mutsvunguma. He passed on in Rusape at the age of 67 years. He was a consistent, persistent, committed and dedicated cadre who selflessly served our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. This earned him the recognition and honor to lay here at our sacred national heroes record, besides the founding fathers, luminaries, his comrades and heroes of our nation. We grieve over this sad loss. On behalf of the nation, the government, the Revolutionary Mass Party ZANU-PF, my family, and indeed on my own behalf, I wish to once again express my heartfelt condolences to the Mutsvunguma family for this sorrowful loss. May you take comfort in that the nation he diligently served mourns with you. Comrades and friends, the late Brigadier General Retired Romeo Daniel Mutsvunguma, whose Chirenga name was Comrade Mapfumo Moyo, was born on 6 March 1957 in Makoni District, Manicaland Province. He studied at St. Augustine's Secondary School until he left school to join the liberation struggle in September 1975. The late retired Brigadier General led a group of 17 students from St. Augustine's Secondary School and crossed the border into Mozambique. He stayed in Azonia refugee camp, where he was assigned security duties responsible for screening recruits. He later received military training at Morogoro camp under Zipa from 1975 to 1976. After training, the late general officer was deployed in Manica province, Tangwena sector, before undergoing a political course at Chimoyo. On completing the course in 1976, he was deployed to Nachingwea at the Mapinduzi base as the base security officer, detachment level. He was subsequently withdrawn to Mozambique in 1977 and assigned to Takawira Base 2 at Chimoyo as overall detachment base political commissar. During the same year, he was reassigned back to Nachingwea in Tanzania to oversee the integration of ZANLA-ZIPRA regular training in April 1977. In 1978, the late Brigadier General was deployed to Paschigare, ZANLA High Command base, as a political instructor. In that capacity, at the ZANLA headquarters, he reported to me when I was the head of intelligence and security. It was during this period that he undertook special duties of political orientation. His role as an analyst on worldwide news for the ZANLA High Command and members of the General Staff, as well as draft of political lessons for cadres and instructors, proved insightful and perceptive at a crucial time in the perpetration of the liberation struggle. Additionally, the late national hero, Comrade Mutsvunguma, was key in the setting up of the news analysis department of ZANLA. This proved a strategic vehicle in reaching out to the world to explain our cause and the quest for independence and freedom. The late general officer was also part of the production team of our wartime mouthpiece, the Zimbabwe News magazine. In February 1980, he was elevated to be a member of the General Staff. In this role, he was tasked to oversee the first integration of forces forming the new Army 21 Infantry Pioneer Battalion. Comrades and friends, the late national hero, retired Brigadier General Mutsvunguma, was a distinguished and astute military officer. Attested into the Zimbabwe National Army in March 1980. He completed the company commander standardization and the platoon commander's course in 1981 and 1982, respectively, at the Zimbabwe Military Academy in Gweru. He also attended the company group commander's course at the Zimbabwe Military Academy and the joint command and staff course at the Zimbabwe Staff College. Due to his exemplary and disciplined conduct, he was selected to attend an advanced refresher course at the National Defense University in the People's Republic of China in 1996. To add diversity to his military acumen, he was sent for an international defense management course at the Naval Postgraduate College, Monterey, in California, USA, in 1999. The late general officer was the holder of various professional courses in the areas of information technology, peacekeeping and operations, national security, conflict management, and defense diplomacy. During his career in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, the late general officer held command and staff appointments, notably company commander, brigade major, directing staff, battalion second in command, commanding officer, defense attaché, director policy and international affairs, as well as an executive position at the Zimbabwe Defense Industries. As a result of his hard work, selflessness, continued dedication, and exemplary service to the nation, the late Brigadier General Mutsvunguma was awarded the Liberation Medal, 10 years service medal, long and exemplary service medal, Mozambique Campaign Medal, Democratic Republic of the Congo Campaign Medal, and the Commander of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit Award. Fellow mourners, comrades, and friends, as we lay to rest our departed national hero, retired Brigadier General Mutsvunguma, and also honor many other heroes and heroines, let us once again pledge to protect, defend, and consolidate the unity, peace, and freedom, our independence and our sovereignty of our great motherland, Zimbabwe. Under our watch and in our hands, Zimbabwe shall continue to prosper and thrive as we march forward towards Vision 2030. Nyika inovakwa, igotongwa, igonamatirwa, ilizwe lakiwa, libuswe, likulekirwe ngabanikazi balo. Zimbabwe is a friend to all and an enemy to none. However, we remain vigilant and ready to defend our rich liberation heritage, territorial integrity, our peace, our security, and the hopes and aspirations of the people of our motherland, Zimbabwe. This is who we are as the descendants of the great Emperor Mnangagwa. The people of Zimbabwe shall forever be masters of their destiny. Tichavaka nyika yedu, tichatonga nyika yedu, ticanamatira nyika yedu, tisuve nevayo. As we continue building Zimbabwe and playing our part in regional and continental affairs, we reject hegemonic tendencies and intrusive foreign maneuvers by some West countries bent on sabotaging the rights of the people of Africa to true independent sovereignty. The spirit of Pan-Africanism and the flame of African independence remains alive. This is what the likes of our late national hero, Comrade Mutsvunguma, and his peers in other liberation movements achieved through their selfless sacrifices. No amount of neo-colonial machinations or attacks will blunt our ability to pursue programs of empowering our historically disadvantaged communities. Next month, our nation will be hosting the SADC Summit, where Zimbabwe will assume the chairmanship of SADC. This will see us consolidating, expanding, and diversifying the socio-economic development agenda of our region as envisioned in the SADC industrialization agenda. Let us ready ourselves to welcome our guests to Zimbabwe, the world of wonder, with wide open arms and exhibit warm hospitality, enduring friendship, unity, and solidarity. My fellow mourners, the late national hero remained patriotic and committed to his country and people. I therefore call upon all Zimbabweans, especially our youths, to draw lessons from the patriotism, the loyalty, and the selfless, hard, honest work that was exhibited by the late retired Brigadier General Mutsvunguma and other heroes and heroines of his generation. In doing so, let us remain ourselves. We are Zimbabweans and we are Africans. We must be proud of who we are and in the dignity of our own identity. Equally, we should believe in our capabilities as an independent and a free people. Particularly, I urge you, the young people of Zimbabwe, to know that you too are the descendants of the great Mnangagwa. No matter where you go or what you experience, never ever look down upon yourselves. Let us carry on transforming, modernizing, and industrializing our motherland, Zimbabwe. The results are evident across all sectors of our economy. Vision 2030 is achievable. Forward ever, backward never. Finally, as we lay to rest the late national hero, Brigadier General retired Mutsvunguma, alongside his comrades at this national shrine, I say to you, my dear comrade, go well, son of the soil. Fambai zvakanaka, gamba ramagamba. Amba kuhle, kawe lamakakawe. Rest in eternal peace, our hero. Zorai murugare, gamba redu. Lala ngokutula, kawe letu. We will continue to defend our sovereignty and advance the prosperity of our motherland, Zimbabwe. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe yatina yoyo. Sibuti. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Sibuti. Ifuratina roiro. Ifuratina roiro. Sibuka Zimbabwe. Baba wakangwani. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwaniho. Maivedu atina wao. Maivedu atina wao. Mururu mururu. Wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Baba. Urumende yatina yoyo. Urumende yati sibuka. Mwari vanongwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Nikoti yatina yoyo. Nikoti yatina yoyo. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Basara muina roiro. Basara huni. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Sibuka sibuka. Nyika yatina yoyo. Nyika huni. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Batatoka bata. Batatoka bata. Batatoka bata. Batatoka bata. Basara tina roiro. Basara tina roiro. Batatoka bata. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Ibo. Shumba watina wao. Shumba watina. Tenderat. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwaniho. Urumende yatina yoyo. Urumende yatina yoyo. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Sibuka. Shumba watina wao. Shumba watina wao. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Rita mururu titu. Shumba watina wao. Shumba watina wao. Mwari vanongwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Baba. Yes. Maivedu atina wao. Maivedu atina wao. Baba wakangwaniho. Baba wakati. Baba wakangwani. Maivedu atina wao. Maivedu atina wao. Rita mururu Zimbabwe. Chuzo. Sibuka. Moko. Chuzo. Sibuka. Chuzo. Moko.
It is now time for us to take our beloved national hero, Brigadier General retired Mutsvunguma to his final resting place. May I therefore ask close family members who were part of the procession to proceed to the final resting place of our national hero. The rest of us will remain where we are and
someone. All right. Ndotanga. Zorora Murugare Moyo, our national security cadre and Famba Jakanaka, were some of the messages on banners and placards displayed at the National Heroes Acre.